Hi, hello, welcome to one more video about the Make Fly Easy fighter. Today I'm gonna do a test, perform a test. I've designed a mission on Q ground control, and I'll test it out today. So one of the things that we do is environmental studies and mapping. So we fly on a grill, just like a photo mapping, for example, but in multiple steps. So separated by 50 meters each. So the first mapping at 50 meters high, the second one at 100 meters, the third one 150, and so on. So that's what I'm going to test today, to see how it will perform in terms of consumption, stability, fly performances, and all that. The only difference is that I don't have the sensors on board that usually are used to do the environmental mapping, but we are talking about 200 grams. So 200 grams on this huge airplane doesn't make any difference. I think I'll get a pretty precise results, even though I don't have the sensors on board. So let's go, let's test it out.
Past waypoint.
It's already on waypoint 100, and everything is going very smoothly. This plane, once again, it flies awesomely. I'm really happy with this plane. Sincerely, I have experience with the Crosswind Mini. Yeah, we are talking about different planes, of course, but the other one is smaller, much smaller. 80 centimeters of difference in wingspan. So, but yeah, this one is by far the best airplane I've ever had to perform this kind of missions. It flies really smooth. It's incredible, and I am now flying at, let me lower the volume here. I'm flying at speeds of around 50 kilometers an hour at 50 meters above takeoff level, and I've been consuming about in between 6 amps, 6 and 7.5 amps. So yeah, with the 10,000 milliamp hour battery that I have right now, with this consumption level, performing this mission as it is right now, I believe we have enough battery for 1 hour 20 minutes, I think. So good, she flies so smoothly. I'm really happy with this plane. Thank you, Make Fly Easy, to have made such a good plane. Sincerely, yeah, I love this plane. That's all that I can say right now. I love it. I sincerely don't know how the Striva performs, but I would like to try it for sure, and I'm pretty sure I'll have to, if Make Fly Easy doesn't send me one to review, I will surely buy one or two. The same for this plane. I'm gonna buy at least 2 more in the near future for our jobs. But yeah, I really want to try the Striva and compare both. If you ask me if I would change something on this plane, yes, I would. I would. And there are actually some modifications that I'm thinking about doing. There are two main things that I would change right away on this airplane. One, I think, and the most important one, I think this plane, due to its size, and mainly due to its ability to fly and to sustain itself, I think it deserves to have flaps on the wings, and that's something that I'll try to build on this one in the near future, to reduce the landing distances, because in all the landings I've made with it, the plane just doesn't want to come down. It doesn't want to land, and it keeps there at half a meter above the ground for ages, and you really have to put your stick down, otherwise you run out of field or a runway, and it doesn't land. So yes, I think this plane must have some flaps, and I'll try to install them. The second thing I would change in this plane, and I will probably do, because I've already started to design new pieces for that, is hard nacelles. These nacelles are half EPO, half plywood. They have a quite nice access to the ESC and to the cables and so on, but not as good if you want to change the motor or the motor size, or if you are like me, a DIYer, and you have a different motor mounts and so on. So I already had to unglue the nacelles from the wing to make some changes and reglue it again, which is not that good, that nice. So I'm actually designing a new nacelles, and to have better access, and to have a screwed canopy that we can unscrew and have access to everything inside it. There is another thing that I will change with the new nacelles, which is the motor height in relation to the wing. So these motors, the axle of the motor is under the wing, all right? So they are mounted under the wing of the plane, and I want them to be mounted over the wing of the plane. So there is maybe 3 to 4 centimeters of difference. They will be 3 to 4 centimeters higher in relation to the plane, which will give you clearance, propeller clearance to the ground when the plane is on the ground, or if you already have some clearance because you are using smaller propellers, you will have more clearance, even more clearance, to avoid some rocks or bushes or something like that. So these are the two main things that for now and for sure I would change on this plane. Well, there is a major design change that I would try to see if it works better or not. Would be a T-tail. As you have the horizontal stabilizer at the same line of the axis of the motors, you might have some turbulence coming from the prop wash directly into the horizontal stabilizers. So maybe with a T-tail, so having the stabilizer a little bit higher, you could avoid that turbulence, that prop wash on the stabilizer. That's something that I would try if I was make fly easy. But and that's something that I'm not willing to do on this plane, because well, I don't have time for that, and I don't want to spend much time with that. I am already spending time designing new nacelle sets, and I'm already thinking about cutting some flaps on the wings, but not more than that for now.
Manual flight mode. Landing complete. Motors disarmed.